Hello, I'm Robyn Wilder and I'm a grown-up, honestly. Welcome to my grown-up's guide to makeup. A cheat sheet for those of us who want to look nice quickly, but might be a bit cat-handed and non-makeup-y, and also need to keep the kids out of the makeup box. This week I'll be taking you through how to do your foundation in less than a minute. Exciting! I'm a little bit embarrassed to even show you this because it's so simple. Mums in particular, they have three responses. One, they go, yeah, I already do that. Two, they say, well, but I don't have any moisturiser. I haven't moisturised in a year. And then there's a third kind of mum and they look like someone professional applied makeup while they were sleeping. We don't talk to them or think about them. Basically, the idea is you get all your makeup you want to put on your face and you stick it on the back of your hand. And then you transfer it to your face and not just leave it on your hand. But you should be using a moisturiser to moisturise your face, hydrate it, make it nice and soft. You should be using a primer, which you put on your face and it gives your foundation something to hold on to. And of course you use your foundation, which is what evens out your tone and gives you that made up look. Makeup, as it's also known. What I've got here is Trish McAvoy Beauty Booster Cream, a time saver. It's a moisturiser and a primer, and it has sun protection factor of 30. So that's pretty much everything you need right there. I don't know if you've ever put anything on the back of your hand, but it looks a little bit like this. Just dot it on there. I'm just using a pea-sized amount, like a pea and a half, because my face is quite big. You don't need loads of this to use on your face. Once that's on, you get your foundation and you put that on the back of your hand too. This is Laura Geller Filter First Luminous Foundation. Obviously I have beige skin, so I've gone for the colour beige. It's quite weird when you're trying to figure out what foundation to use. I was reading somewhere that you should look on the back of your wrist and see what colour your veins are. Because traditionally people with sort of beigey skin are told to go towards more yellow tone things, but apparently if the veins on your wrist are blue, then you tend to go towards more bluey and pinky tones. But if they're green, that's when you have more of a yellow undertone. Mine are blue. I might be a beige person, but mine are blue. So I'm going towards cooler tones rather than warmer tones. And that's actually what works for me. So this is beige. So now it's very scientific. Take the foundation, plop it on the back of your hand. And if you're feeling a bit grey, just plop some highlighter in there. I feel grey all the time, but this isn't my cry for help. I'm using Ink Glot Cover Up and Highlighter Duo, which is again a multitasking product. So this comes in a brush, you just take it out and dab it in there. Not a lot, otherwise you just look like you're trying to look like a vampire. And then this is the key part. You smoosh it all together. Obviously I'm talking to you, so this is taking quite a long time, but literally when you do it at home, just pump it onto your hand, pump it onto your hand, pump it onto your hand, and swish it all together. And then literally just dot your hands, dot your fingers in it. I'm going to get my mirror and just dot it all over your face. Now I've asked like beauty editors about this because traditionally when all the sort of tutorials I've seen, everything is applied one by one, very carefully, normally with some sort of brush. I'm not using brushes, mainly because I'm trying to save time, and also my kids have run off with my brushes and I don't always hit the areas I want to, whereas if I'm using my fingers I can get into all the, I don't want to use the words nooks and crannies for my face, but nooks and crannies. Actually saturating my eyebrow hairs with foundation. Perhaps you're more coordinated than me, but this is what works for me. So that's your base done. Make sure that you go underneath your jawline so you don't get a big streak of orange, which was what was following me around in my teenage years, it turns out. And then you want to set it in place. I don't really like powder because I like to still have a kind of a sheen, a dewy sheen on my face. So what I use is setting spray. This one is Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh. Did you know that in Spanish, mist is preparador? Bet you didn't, unless you're watching in Spain. Spritz over your face with your eyes closed so that it doesn't go in your eyes. So like this. While you're waiting for it to set, you might want to, I don't know, do your taxes, admonish your children, fish something out of the toilet that shouldn't be in the toilet, usually a phone, check your voicemail. The tip is, if your face feels dry, it's probably dry. Once that's done, then you can apply the rest of your makeup. But you have a set face in 1 minute, if you're not making a tutorial and talking to people. Thank you so much for watching the Grown-Up's Guide to Putting Foundation on Your Face in less than a minute using the swirly hand technique. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, subscribe to the pool. I don't know why I keep doing the slightly threatening face. This week, sorry, my toe cracked. Yeah, sorry. No, I'm just a bit gassy.
Oh, that's fine. Do you want to have a big burp?
No, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this brush, and what I'm gonna do is, you know, I don't care. Just how do you do a smoky eye? You're keeping this in, aren't you?
Yeah.